So if you look at observation number 3, subpoint A, it's basically say immigrants do pay taxes and a lot of times they don't collect Social Security benefits. Well, they do. They do benefit the Social Security by about $15 billion a year. Although, illegal immigrants also cost federal and state governments roughly $115 billion every year. Matthew O'Brien, research director at Federation for American Immigration Reform, September 2017. At the federal, state, and local levels, taxpayers shell out approximately $134.9 billion to cover the costs incurred by the presence of more than 12.5 million illegal aliens and about 4.2 million citizen children of illegal aliens. This amounts to a tax burden of approximately $8,000 per illegal alien family member and a total of $115 billion. So they're trying to argue that their $15 billion put into Social Security is able to offset this $115 billion that they take from government and state-run services. If you look at the education, just public education in general, illegal immigrants, at state level, the illegal immigrants cost states roughly $43 billion every single year. I mean, that's a lot, including a lot of it is in the language programs. A lot of them can't speak Spanish, and so it says federal and state governments spend roughly $43.9 billion on educating illegal immigrants. Matthew O'Brien, research director at Federation for Immigration Reform, September 2017. The United States spends roughly $43.9 billion on educating illegal aliens and the children of illegal aliens. The vast majority of the bill is allocated to the states via an unfunded mandate passed down from the U.S. Supreme Court in its Plyer v. Doe ruling in '93. In fact, according to FAIR's cost study of the public education of LEP students, a whopping 98.9% of these costs are borne by local governments, a total of just $43.4 billion. So they're pretty much trying to, their entire argument is based off this Social Security. That $15 billion offsets 115. That's not true. That's ridiculous. I mean, we can all do the math. 115 is bigger than 15 billion. If you look at, I now stand open for cross-examination.
So how much do immigrants benefit the Social Security?
Roughly 15 billion.
And the number again for how much they cost, how much they cost for I think you said that for rounding them up and stuff
For government and state sponsored programs is roughly $115 billion. That is after taking out their small income, there's very small income tax and the sales tax, which isn't very much, is roughly about $10 billion for all of them.
Okay, and how does their education factor into the economy?
Well, they spend roughly the state level public schools spend roughly $43 billion on illegal immigrants.
So would you say that because they're not educated, they don't contribute to the workforce?
When did I ever say that? I'm just saying, I was stating that since you guys, your main thing is Social Security, that while illegal immigrants do contribute to Social Security, it's just a drop in the bucket considering how much they actually take from you.
But I'm addressing the education one where you say that they cost to get taught.
Yes.
More, so implying that they are not as well educated?
Well, this is children. This is generally children and people that are actually going to our public schools.
Okay, no further questions.